wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
It's my smile up there.
That was good. Maybe we should start singing every episode.
No. We can slang some houses, but we can't sing no songs.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of your favorite podcast, Real Talk Atlanta. I am your host, Ashley LeRae.
Tiesha Renee.
Neika W.
River the realtor.
Yes, and this week, can y'all believe it? Like, we're almost to the end of the year, hence why we're wearing our Christmas hats.
Hey,
and
my
our
favorite
sweaters.
time of the year.
Yes, the best time of the year. And before we even get into the episode, let's just talk about the weekend we had, okay?
We had a time. We say that all the time. We
did have a time.
This one was so much better.
If you wasn't in my close friends, I'm so sorry.
I feel sorry for you. If y'all didn't know, we went to Miami for River's birthday, and a time was had.
Okay.
I'm actually just waking up.
Same.
And it's a week later.
It's a week later. This is like my first time really seeing sunlight since we retired.
Same. I haven't worn makeup since then. Like, I'm really feel like myself a week later. I finally feel.
I just want to let y'all know that y'all hosts here, these ladies.
Don't let the
Know how to
Christmas
have a
hats
good
fool you.
time.
Yeah, don't let these ladies have been quite naughty.
We were nice. We were naughty. But anyway, yeah, so besides that, we're back into our work mode, trying to get ready for the end of the year and prepping for 2023. So we thought that this would be a really good episode to talk to you guys about how you can prepare yourself to purchase a home next year in 2023. Obviously, purchasing a home is a really big investment, and the real estate market is competitive, right?
Sure.
But in order to beat the competition, you have to be prepared. So we really want to give you guys a couple steps to take away from us so that you can be at the closing table with us next year.
In 2023.
Yes.
Our gifts to you.
Right. Free gift. So for the first one, we wanted to talk about the first step is obviously preparing your documents. I always tell my clients, like, you need to, I like to do what's called like a file on your computer just to save like your W-2s, your pay stubs, your W-9s, or any other documents that you have, because once you have those sheets of paper, that's what you're going to send to the lender to kind of get started with the process.
And get that pre-approval.
Yeah.
Yes.
The most annoying thing in the world, especially after buying my house, is scrambling to find those documents, right? You think you know where they are until the lender's like, oh, let me get your last 2 pay stubs, let me get this, that. And you're like, oh, I got to call my job, I'm going to pay stubs.
Right.
And like, you're literally wasting time trying to do that. So if you know you want to buy a house next year, please start calling your employers. Get your different letters that you may need. Get your check stubs. Get your W-2s, your 1099. Every single piece of documents, which your realtor will tell you what you need. Start saving them, putting them all together so that when it's time to get it, you're like,
Here you go.
Yeah, I like that because most likely sometimes when you go through the process, you have to go through different lenders. You have to approve to different lenders. So if you have those files in one little folder or like a flash drive, you don't have to keep going and finding them. If you're approving with, if you're applying with different lenders, then you have that one file.
Yeah, applications can literally take 5
minutes.
Exactly.
And not be draining.
days, though.
Yeah, if you don't have it. Yeah.
Exactly. Even 5 weeks. It's happened before.
5 weeks,
No,
5 weeks, you're going crazy.
Wait, I'm glad you said that, y'all, because if you are like a VA client, and I run into this all the time, if you get like VA disability benefits or you need I think it's called a DD-14, those specific VA documents, those can take a while to get to you if you don't already have them. So if you know you have some type of document that exempts you from paying certain taxes or things like that, get them now. People are at home for the holidays. They're not trying to send that paperwork.
Right.
Exactly.
They spend time with their family.
Yeah, the earlier the better you can kind of get that stuff squared away, the better. Because a big part of like purchasing a home or just a real estate transaction in general is the finances, and there's a lot that goes into that. So get your paperwork together, just save it on a file if you can, like a PDF version. That's what we prefer to use, and just save that on a file. Similar to like every transaction that I have, I save it by like the address so I can easily find it.
Right.
So do the same thing with like just create a file on your computer so it's all in one place, and even keep that after you close on a home because you're going to need those documents as well. So the second thing after that is, of course, filing your taxes.
Seriously.
That
your
is
W-2 or
Or
your
entrepreneur.
entrepreneur.
File your taxes.
File them. What's the deadline? April 30th?
15th.
April 15th.
April 15th.
April 15th is the deadline. I think you can start filing as early as like middle end of January or something, please file y'all taxes.
File your
especially
taxes.
entrepreneurs.
Yes.
File your taxes. I have to admit, when I bought my house, I didn't file my taxes on time. I had to file them really quickly.
Your 1099 that you get from your employer as an entrepreneur is not what we're talking about. Go and file your taxes, right? Your 1099 is going to show how much you made, but the reason they want you guys to file your taxes is because y'all know y'all write stuff out. Y'all know y'all have expenses. We need to see your income after your write-offs. File your taxes.
Yes.
And I'm glad you said that. And if you don't know how to do that, this is the perfect time to look for an accountant, look for someone like a tax professional to help you do that so you can be ahead of the game.
I did
because,
that.
I have a bomb tax lady.
I use the same tax lady.
I'm going to send y'all the link. Shout out to
to
Delilah. Shout out to HPI Tax. I'm going to send y'all the link. File y'all taxes, and
File
they will
your
file
taxes.
it for y'all.
They were quick with it too. I used them
You
last
were
year.
They gonna drop the tax lady in the
Yeah,
She's gonna get y'all
definitely.
together.
Yes.
She need to get me together.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's really important. A lot of people like skip a year, don't file. You have to have, if you didn't know, you have to have a minimum of 2 years of tax returns.
Yeah.
So go ahead and get that done.
Consecutive.
Yes.
Do not bring
Yeah.
us your
2008.
2002 and then your 2022.
Right.
We gonna
Because,
have
baby,
questions.
what happened in that 20 years?
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
There's a gap in employment.
Exactly. So yes, they will need, starting in 2023, 2022, and 2021. Okay,
Yeah.
keep that in mind. And then the third thing, which is also super important. I mean, all of these are, but coming up with a savings plan, because again,
Ooh, that's like that's very important.
Yeah, that's
Very
the first.
we started that.
Yeah, we
Okay.
should have started that from the top. Get
Yeah.
your money
What
up.
are y'all rule of thumbs for like savings? Like, what are y'all telling clients in terms of like what they need to save and things like that?
7% minimum.
Yeah, I
at
said
least.
7%, which covers your down payment, which can be anywhere from 3 to 5% depending on the loan type. Your closing costs, which I say is between 1 to 3%, and then also inspection and appraisal, which is
Yes.
$1,000 together, or a little bit more.
Because especially like when you're planning to buy a home, like just thinking about the savings probably seems crazy.
Yeah.
How much money you have to save. But if you can put yourself on a savings plan or a payment plan, just put that into a separate account just to kind of help get you to that maximum amount that you can have saved. Please do that.
And that's the percent of the total sales price. So
Exactly.
if it's 300,000, 7%, I think that's what 21,000. And then in addition to, I always say have more. I saw this
Have more
meme going
cushion.
around on Instagram recently where the girl is like sitting on the kitchen counter because she spent all
All
her
the money on
the
the down
house.
payment.
Don't be that person. Like have a little bit more in there.
Can we throw it back to what I said? You do not want to buy a house, and the only thing you can afford to do is live in it.
live in a house.
Please live within
for real.
or below your means.
Yeah,
Do not
for
take
sure.
it too far.
Yeah, let's emphasize on below your means, like especially if you know you're going to purchase the next year. Make sure you're disciplined
And you like to
in how you
travel.
save. Exactly.
Like to brunch.
Right, and all of that.
Now you in my
Not throw it
business.
shot.
No, and I think in terms of coming up with a plan, because I think that's the end goal. The end goal is to have at least 7%, especially more if you can. But I think it's important to put a plan in place, right? So I tell all my clients who are like, okay, I want to buy a house. I don't necessarily have the money. Let's start looking at your income and let's put you on a budget. If you're bringing in $6,000 a month, you may or may not want to be spending $5,000 of that in Tulum.
Right.
What you might want to do is say, okay, I'm gonna allocate this amount of dollars towards my bills, this amount of dollars to my personal, this amount to my savings. Once you have that set number, multiply it by how many checks you get. That way, you know, okay, in 9 weeks, I should have everything that I need to do it, and then be disciplined about it.
Yeah,
was
and
just
be
about to say
committed.
that.
Be committed
Right.
because so many people fall off. Be committed. Think about the bigger picture, right? You want to be in your home. After that, you can spend all the money that you know, like you feel like you want to, your lifestyle. Just be committed to that goal because you know you want to achieve that. Don't make any excuses because a lot of people come. And I had a client the other day. She makes around $92,000
A month?
No, like
Oh, I was about to say, whoa,
a year.
Jesus.
And that's really,
hiring?
no, that's really, really good income. So when we were telling her, we were like, you know, you'll need about $30,000. She was like, how do people save $30,000?
And you make
I'm
$92,000?
Yo, exactly,
Materialistic.
exactly.
Material girl. I know that's what she
boots.
And it's like, right, like you
No,
can
them shark
do
like boots
it.
had y'all in the No, seriously though, don't make a plan if you're not gonna stick to it.
Right.
Literally, if you want to buy a house, let that go into the forefront of what you're doing. Save your money, buy your house, and then go crazy with your friends.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if you're an entrepreneur, I always say save it by percentages. Don't forget to save to pay your taxes.
Oh, for
People
sure.
always
Say that
forget
again.
to don't forget to save because you have to pay your taxes the next year.
I can't
so
breathe.
out your
You reminded
entrepreneur
me.
checks, I always do 30%, honestly, for
Yes,
taxes.
30%.
You may not even pay that much, but at least you have it. And then
Right.
when you pay them and it's not that much, then you can go to Tulum.
Yeah.
Okay, look, quick little tidbit. What I've been doing is when I open my account with my business account,
Yeah.
I did a savings account. And the savings is where I put the tax money. And the business is where I put
Gems.
the
That's
business money.
smart.
Listen
That
now.
way it's all in one place. You don't have to worry about spending it or
Right.
what is it, co-mingling funds.
Yes.
Have it all in one account, but just in two separate places, a checking and savings. Because what you don't want to happen is when you file and they tell you owe them $50,000 and you have $500.
Yeah.
Then
Now you
the
on the
limit
payment
is
plan.
not existing.
Yeah. And I'm one of those people, I'm so bad at saving and like sticking to it. I tried one time, this was back when I was like working full time, like in the healthcare field. There was this challenge. I don't know if y'all heard about it, but you just get an envelope.
Yes,
and every
I did
single
it.
day,
They're like
you
$1,
put
$2, like $1 from
Yes, you
100.
do that
$1
for
to
a
100.
day.
Yeah.
What was
So,
somebody
like-
in TikTok? She do TikToks. She has like a whole
Yes.
savings.
Yeah, I've
TikTok.
done that too.
Okay, I'm
I've
not
done that.
challenging you ladies. We're doing a 20. Get somebody else to do it.
Get somebody else to do it.
I'm challenging you ladies. We're gonna do a savings thing. I'm gonna figure it
Yeah.
out, but
I
Yeah.
love that.
we need to do it.
Yes.
We gotta hold each other
It
accountable.
made
Yeah.
it like fun. Like I didn't feel like, oh, okay, let me save this amount every time I got
Right.
paid. Like it was just fun, something
Yeah.
to do. So
But we understand, like, sometimes things happen and,
Right.
things hit that savings account. But, pick it up and start it again.
And something else that I also want to mention is don't forget to also check your credit score just to see what that's looking like. For an FHA loan, for instance, you need a minimum of 580, and for a conventional loan, you need a minimum of 620 to 640. I say 640.
I want
So-
all of y'all to just have the 6.
Just have good
Go up to
credit.
700.
please.
Okay,
Yes.
the higher
You
the
know.
better.
Yeah, so if you're thinking about purchasing a home, next year or in 2023, be sure to just see what your credit score is now so you can have an idea of how you can build that. And also with savings, think about your DTI. There may be some debts that you have that need to be paid down. So as you're saving, think about what things you can pay off as well. But talk to
Period.
a lender first because
I was just about to say,
Yeah.
most people go ahead and talk to a lender, and they can help you develop a plan to say, okay, pay this off, because sometimes people go and like pay off the whole balance for something. And you really don't need to do that. Maybe you need to get it to this specific balance, but they can look at everything that's on your credit and help you get to that point of pay this off, pay that off, and then you'll be qualified to purchase a home.
Right. Ashley's point about credit, and I'm glad you brought that up. I've had so many clients, when you do that preliminary screening, how much do you make? How much debt do you think you have? What's your credit score? 741. And then we run your credit, and it's a 541. My biggest thing is that sometimes when y'all use those apps and it says this is your FICO score, that's fine and dandy, but that's not what we're looking at. They're pulling
Right.
a real raw score with all three credit bureaus, kind of a conglomerate of those three scores. Check with your lender very early on to see, because you might think you have a 700 and you have a 200.
yes.
You want to start working on that now. So that
200 is crazy. Wait,
I know,
200 is wow.
No.
It happens now.
But that way, if you do have like a deficiency in the credit area, you have more than enough time to build it. The worst thing in the world is getting to the point where you're like,
I'm
my
ready.
lease ends in 90 days. But you have a 90 credit score. So now we have a real big problem. Like,
We don't want
get
200 to 90.
Check your credit. Yes,
Yeah.
come up with a plan to, like you said, get the score up.
Yeah. And you know what I see all the time? I've had clients who have paid somebody to do credit repair for them. And they're like, oh, yeah, I'm good. Like, my score is like a 750. I got an 800. And then when they pull the score and we see that it's way lower, they're like, wait, I paid this dude to do my credit. I'm like, listen, that
Heard what I
did not
said.
make it go away.
Yeah, you could have paid that debt.
He's not a magician. The credit repair specialists don't see what the mortgage lender sees when they pull your credit. So it's different for sure.
And
Don't get
all of
scammed.
these things,
Right.
all of these things has to do with you being serious about the process. If you being serious about that goal, you're gonna make it happen. I'm sorry.
Period.
Don't be sorry. Be careful.
These ladies on the road.
She's on fire. So the next part, which is personally my favorite, I'm sure all of us, after you've kind of checked your credit, you got your savings straight, got your documents, the next thing you got to do is contact one of us. Okay?
Yes.
That's the most important thing. You got to
Most
find your realtor.
important, you have to find a realtor. And I always recommend people interview realtors, because you want to see what everyone's offering. Everyone's processes are different.
Right.
And you need to see which best fits you, not only from a process standpoint, but from a personality standpoint.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You want to make sure you guys connect.
Absolutely.
Y'all
I've
going to
been
be
big on-
talking every day.
Right.
You know, asking like, what's your zodiac sign now?
Yeah, I do that too.
Before I really get
Really?
into it.
And I really don't even know much about zodiacs.
In
I'll
the
go Google it.
consultation.
No, for real. I'm putting that on my
Not doing
onboard.
your
And
research.
What's your
What's
zodiac?
your zodiac?
But I think that's a really good point. I mean, we all realtors, right? We all want to make money, but I think I can speak for everybody when we say like everything is just not a good fit.
Yeah.
And I've had clients where like Ashley, this person and I are not gelling.
This has happened.
I think you should take this person on. I think y'all personalities will work a lot better. And I think, like I said, we all want our commissions. We all want to get paid. But I also want to always do what's in the best interest of a client. So what's for me
will be for you.
It's for you.
Yeah. Vice versa. And I have no problem if it's a client and you and I are not jamming. One of my girls here.
Yeah.
And vice versa. Like, find somebody that really goes along with what you care about. Their processes match what your processes are. How hands-on or hands-off kind of works with you. Communication. Like, all those things are important. Find you a realtor that you can really lock in with and, like, feel comfortable. Because this is the home buying process gets a little...
It gets a little rocky.
Rocky.
A little ghetto.
Very rocky.
Super ghetto.
Yeah. So we offer free consultation as well. So it doesn't hurt to reach out to one of us and make sure that you're getting the advice that you need to start your home buying process. It doesn't hurt.
We love to talk to
Wait, but
y'all.
be clear. You only get one.
You only get one.
Do not try to have all
Don't dip.
because we talk
Don't double dip.
and we'll catch you.
Okay, because
we'll
you
talk
have to
about
sign
you.
that exclusive buyer brokerage agreement.
Hello. You can't sign it to Real Talk Atlanta.
Okay.
And what's funny, like a big term in real estate that we always use is due diligence.
Yeah.
Us as agents have to do due diligence, but also clients and buyers and sellers, you have to do your due diligence as well. And what that basically means is doing your homework and doing your research and getting prepared. So, of course, like you said, interview agents, or if there's an agent that you've been eyeing until you're ready to buy, reach out to them. Let's talk about your options, because as a first-time home buyer especially, I don't want to say you don't know anything, but you don't know anything. It's a whole new world, you know.
Yeah.
So reaching out to someone who has your best interest at heart is always the best move. Don't be out here with no representation.
Listen, even if you're doing new construction, don't think that you don't need an agent.
Yeah.
You need
it.
it.
You said, you need us. That's
It's the way you said it.
It's the truth. I wanted to ask y'all this though. What is like the earliest someone has ever reached out to you, like to purchase a home, right?
Year in
Yeah.
advance. I have so
Advance.
many people contact me throughout the year, like, yeah, I'm looking to purchase in 2023. I'm like, oh my God, that's so good that you're like planning. So we have like meetings scheduled in like March.
Yeah.
You know,
I've did a
Don't
couple
hesitate.
consultations.
Yeah.
I think that a lot of people are like scared to reach out because they're so early on in their process.
Yeah.
If you're looking to purchase a home, go ahead and reach out. Whether it's in 1 month, 12 months, 18 months, like we'll put you in the pipeline. We'll make sure to stay in communication with you because things change. There's a lot of things you could be doing over a 12 to 18 month period. And look,
And we'll
it's
prepare you.
Christmas.
Yeah,
It's
we'll prepare
Christmas.
It
you.
goes by really fast. So it's
Very.
like, if you know it's something that you're interested in, if you know you have a, just an idea of what you may be looking for, it never hurts to reach out and just kind of see what you need to do so you can get a head start. Get your
Yeah,
feedback.
seriously. I just had a client literally a couple days ago. She texted me that she just renewed her lease for 12 more months, but she doesn't want to lease anymore. So she's like, next December, I want to be in home by then. I'm like, okay, it's never too early. Like, here's what we need to do before then. And when it's a little closer to when you're ready, we'll be in touch. So
One of my very first clients that I started working with back in February of 2021, she's going to be ready to start in February of 2023. And we've talked all that time because she's in the military. So she's like, I don't get discharged till this day. But I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And we
I know
just
that's
talk every
right.
day. And she's just like,
And you build that relationship,
like,
that
that's my
trust.
homegirl. Like, girl, what you
Yeah.
been up to? We don't really have much to talk about because we're not in the like real estate process. But you've been going back and forth, speaking with somebody for 2 years. It's just
Right.
like, so
That's your
how's
friend
your
now.
dog?
Right.
That's your friend now.
You know them better,
It's
so it's
literally
better.
Like my pen pal.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's better to navigate that process with them because y'all already built that trust.
So now it's like
Yeah.
I'm excited to actually like meet her in
Yeah.
person and stuff. 'Cause
Yeah.
I feel like I'm my pen pal.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. I love that. So then the last step that we really have for you guys after you've done all of this is to come up with your plan of action. So you know what you want, whether you want a new construction home, maybe you want to buy like a fix and flip, whatever it is, your goal, come up with a plan of action to make sure that you will get to your goal. And of course, we'll be here to help you and guide you, but think of a plan of action.
Absolutely. I think you said it best.
Period.
Yeah.
There's really nothing more to say.
You've
Plan
done
of
your
action.
research. You've written down your goals. You contacted your realtor. Now it's time to get to it.
Now it's
Yeah,
time to get to work. Let's
absolutely.
get home searching.
Yeah.
Like,
Get
don't
her
just-
approved first, but then
No,
go
because we're not doing that. I feel like you can't just jump into the real estate process without knowing what it is you're really looking to do. Like, really sit down and say, okay, this is my timeline. this is what I want to buy. This is, what I want my mortgage to be. This is how much I've saved up. Start picking out your furniture, child. Get everything just kind of in order and just kind of make it make sense, because you don't want to hit the ground running and don't have anywhere to run.
Right.
Running aimlessly around makes this process a little bit harder. And I think it builds anxiety. I think when you know exactly what it is you're looking for in a home, you know exactly who you're going to work with, you know all these different pieces before you go in. When you start looking for homes, you already have everything in your head. Like, okay, I got this saved up in my reserves. I got this already planned. I'm working with Tiesha. I'm working with Ashley, Neika, River, whatever it is. You kind of just have everything kind of going, and everything just falls into place.
Yeah, you're more level grounded.
Okay.
Yeah.
And in regards to that furniture, don't buy that furniture until after you
do
close.
not. Hey, now.
And speaking of that, if you want to buy in 2023, do not open any new accounts.
Ooh,
yes.
Don't open no loans, no credit cards. Don't go buy a car.
Do not go Christmas shopping and let Victoria's Secret trick you into getting a car. So you can get the bras half off. Don't do it.
And you know what I've just realized? People that do like laser removal, they have to put down like it's a loan.
What laser removal?
It's
Hair
like
removal?
hair removal. Like
Oh,
with
that's
laser.
like
You have to open a account. It's kind of like a new
Care
loan.
credit probably.
Yes.
Yeah,
because
don't
what
do
this
it.
does is it affects your DTI. So
Yeah.
that's like a whole nother loan, basically. And that's going to affect your debt to income ratio.
And your credit score.
Exactly.
You want to be in the same financial position when you get into the process. Like if you start with a 700 credit score, keep that credit score. Don't do anything that's going to influence
And don't quit your
negatively.
job.
Hey.
I can't even believe you have to say that.
Become an entrepreneur after you buy
Do not chase your dream.
Yeah.
After you buy your house. Because once you flip to that entrepreneur, now we talk about a whole nother thing. If you have a W-2 job and you're working as an entrepreneur at the same time and you know you want to buy a house, I'm not saying do not pursue your dreams. What I am saying is, though, buy your house first and then let's go pursuing later.
Yeah,
You got nothing but time to pursue. But if you do it backwards, and you go ahead and jump to the entrepreneur, you're putting yourself in a harder position to buy. Buy while you have your W-2, and then once you have everything that you need, go off and be exactly who you want to be.
Follow your dream of getting a house first. That should be your
Okay.
first
And everything
one.
else shall come after.
It shall come
Right.
after. But if you are an entrepreneur and you were working W-2 before, like me, and you just go back and get a job.
Go get one.
Go get one. Get a job. You can go back and get a job and use that W-2 job solely for the house approval.
I think we all use W-2.
Yes, we did.
I use W-2. I got a
nothing
job
wrong with that.
and they had to go back to my college transcripts to make sure I was sitting the same.
Ain't nothing wrong with
You
that.
gotta do what you gotta do, and y'all got the keys.
And I'm gonna tell y'all something. But no, like a true Christmas miracle, because when I bought my house, literally it was like the beginning of June, signed the paperwork. Literally a week later, me and Ashley worked at a law firm together, and they removed our whole department.
Fired.
We got laid off.
Laid off, fired. The mission is over, and I'm just like, if this had happened any earlier, I would have been sick and crying.
They
and
said
crying.
Okay,
Effective
luckily you
immediately.
still got the entrepreneur bag.
And
So it's like,
so I'm like, let's go.
yeah.
Yeah.
That
Let's
worked.
be done with it. But I think the biggest takeaway is that if you are an entrepreneur, that's great. But if you're an entrepreneur W-2 job, do not quit your W-2 until
That's
you
not
make
smart.
the purchases that you need to make. Your car, your house first, of course. But use that taxes and that paperwork that you have to make the purchases that you really want.
Yeah. You know, it's so
Period.
funny. My parents used to always tell me, like, y'all, I don't know why God made me like really nice things, like have such expensive taste. But I used to want a really nice car. My parents used to always say, like, you got to get a house first. You don't ever want to pull into your house and like not have a car in your garage.
You get dropped off out of Uber.
Exactly.
In front
So
of your
get your house first, and then if you want to get the car, go ahead and get that after closing day.
A lot of people do that actually.
Yeah,
When me and my boyfriend purchased, he didn't have a choice. He had to go buy a car right after. But
Yeah.
it's like people do that.
No,
Yeah.
literally, I bought my house.
Yeah, you
on a
did. She
Friday,
did. Yeah.
Saturday off.
She's like, yo, I bought a car today.
She pull up in that
Yes.
spaceship.
In a spaceship.
And that's how you do it. Do not get that car before you get your house. That's, again, another debt.
Because you're going to be sleeping in that car, if I'm being completely honest.
Get your blankie.
Turn the heat on.
Night-night.
I hope it got heated seats, okay?
Make sure you feel like
And
that
one more
cigar.
thing I wanted to mention about like the whole call to action is even think about beyond after you purchase your home. Like some people may decide like, you know what, I want to buy this house and then I want to gain equity for 2 years and then sell it and make a profit. Really think about what your like end goal is after if you want to keep the home forever. You got to think about those things.
Yeah. Is this a long-term or a short-term investment?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Love
that's really
it.
smart.
Because it's
yeah.
an investment, period.
Exactly. That was really good. So I hope you guys really took something away from us. Just to recap, like we said, if you are someone who's looking to buy a home in 2023, the couple things that you need to do is, number one, get all your documents together, your W-2s, your pay stubs, all your tax documents, start your savings. check your credit score, and what else did we
File
say?
your taxes.
Mm-hmm.
Don't buy a car. Don't open up any new credit lines.
Yeah.
Find you a knowledgeable realtor.
One
That's
of us.
number
knowledgeable.
one.
We
We
mean
mean
one of
us.
us.
One of us.
It's nowhere else to
number
go.
one.
And get that plan of action. Let's get to shopping.
Yep.
Period.
Home for the holidays.
Home
ladies.
for the
As we love to call
holidays.
it, for sure. So now for our favorite segment, which is the question of the day. So I had to pull it up on my phone.
You've come a long
Ashley is
way.
feeling herself.
Her
with
real
this
tough
baby.
baby. We 31 episodes in. I'm feeling a little bit more comfortable.
Okay.
Okay.
Mrs. Claus. Get the
Not Mrs. Claus. So for today's question, we got a submission from one of our followers on Instagram. Her name is Valeria.
Valerie.
That's what it
Valeria. I'm so sorry, girl. Valeria MW27. So she asked us, what is the best, or what are our best marketing tips for agents? For example, social media tips, getting signs or business cards. What's our best way to market?
I say social media in this day and age,
And it's free.
Yeah.
and it's free.
Mhm.
No
And people
marketing
get to
dollars.
connect with you more.
Yeah.
I feel like with social media, just be careful with what you're putting out there. Everybody remember everything.
Yeah.
No,
People remember stuff and they
Yeah.
follow you and they think like they really, really know you. So
Mhm.
use that into your advantage, but also don't fumble that bag.
Yeah,
For
be
real.
careful.
For real.
I would love to say social media, but I know that's not everyone's thing.
Mhm.
I like social media. I like to think of myself as a creative person, so I like making content. But if you're someone who's not really into social media, you're not hip to that, then you have to be creative in other ways. Maybe do, like you said, signs, do postcards in people's mailboxes. I know that's a really popular thing. Something that
Do
can
blogs.
yeah, you can do that too.
Blog.
Blogs.
good.
You know when people look for like real estate questions and you have like this blog that's
like
just
the
have
forums.
forums.
Yeah.
It's a realtor.
She likes
And
it.
now she's getting all the clients because
Right.
everybody researching. So it's a lot of ways. You just got to see what fits for
What
you.
works best for
Yeah.
you?
Myself, like I've gotten all of my leads personally from, or all of my clients from social media. So I definitely think that's the biggest way to market yourself. Again, it's free and you're reaching everyone in the
Yeah.
world, you know?
Yeah.
So-
I've gotten my leads from referrals,
Mm.
from family and friends. All of my leads. I think I probably have only gotten like one or two from social media, but
Wow.
all of my leads have come from like family, friends, and those people bring me those
Yeah,
clients. The
yeah.
past clients bring more clients. So that's network with your family and friends. Your sphere of influence.
Yeah,
I was
that's
gonna
the number
say,
one.
I think sphere of influence is literally huge. I say this
Yeah.
on as many episodes as I can. I missed out on a lot of business because I was not telling the people I was closest to that
Right.
I was a real estate agent in Atlanta and Chicago, and so they're buying estates. Like,
Mhm.
you want to come to my mom's new estate? No. because
Estate.
why was I not her real today? You do real estate.
Yeah.
It's like one of those things where you have to remind the people who are around you constantly what you're doing. I know sometimes you can feel like a pest,
Mhm.
but how else are they gonna know or remember? So social media I think is great, but using what you already have.
Put a sign at the family reunion.
Yes.
Realtor.
No.
Okay.
Taisha has a realtor thing in her car.
Yeah.
On
in
the back of
window.
your-
You do.
Call
Y'all
me.
know what I did
Number
one
and
time?
email.
I'm not gonna lie. So I had went to a concert maybe like a month or two ago, and do y'all know I airdropped everyone?
You know I do that. You know I do that. At the restaurant.
I airdropped everybody my business card, and I was watching everybody.
I'm not
look
gonna
at
lie
the-
to you. I did it at Phipps one time. I'm like, I just think it's so many ways that you can be creative. It's 2022, almost 2023. Like, you have to use what you have. I think social media is a great tool, but I think the biggest thing about social media is being different.
Yeah.
Everybody is posting like the same things. Everyone's doing the same thing. Find something you can post that makes you
You stand out.
relatable,
Mhm.
knowledgeable, and makes you
Yes.
stand out.
But still be yourself.
Absolutely.
Be authentically you.
I love that. So yeah, I hope that helped you.
Yep.
Because yeah,
Thank
there's
you
a ton
for
of
your
ways to market
question.
yourself.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, and also if you would like to submit a question to us, you can do so on Instagram at Real Talk Atlanta, or shoot us an email at realtalkatlpod@gmail.com, because we would love to have your question on the show.
Absolutely.
So yes.
And that's
Merry-
another one.
Another one.
Thank you. Merry Christmas. Oh, and
Merry
my birthday.
Christmas.
This episode is going to be airing the day before my birthday.
Okay.
So happy birthday to me.
Miss
And shout out to all the
Happy
Capricorns in the world because we
Jesus
run the
was a
world.
Capricorn. Cheers, guys.
Sagittarius
Oh, wait.
season is like